While I was away, I read a book that I'd been given, Podcasting Marketing Strategy by Daniel Rolls and Kieran Rogers. And while it doesn't cover videos explicitly, it did make it clear that there was a really important fundamental stage that I just hadn't paid enough attention to before starting the series. Namely, who will the audience be for this? So 14 days into this experiment, that's a question I'm going to try to address. The first and potentially most important question to ask is, how will people consume this content? Now, as you know, over the past few years, there have been two major new forms of media consumption: audio podcasts and online videos. And there are a lot of things that differentiate these two forms from each other. But probably the most stark difference between them is in the length of the content. The average online video is 4.4 minutes, whereas the average podcast is 10 times that at 43 minutes. Now, the videos I've made to date have all been longer than 4.4 minutes. In fact, much longer. The day one video was 28 minutes. The day three video was so long, I had to split it into two because I was kind of worried about it. And they still came out at 22 and 23 minutes each. So I thought, it'd be interesting to actually take a look and see how long people have been watching for. So I brought up the YouTube stats for this, and the answer? Well, it's a statistically unsurprising 5 minutes and 5 seconds across all the external sources. Yeah, it's actually almost twice that when the video is watched by someone who subscribed to the YouTube channel. But let's not sugarcoat this. Basically, I'm pushing out podcast length videos to an audience that prefers video length content. Shorter is better. You remember, I got a question asking if this was going to be made available as a podcast. And that kind of says it all. People just don't want to watch a video as long as this. They'll listen to it, but not watch. So what to do? Well, for me, the answer is pretty easy. Chunk up the content so none of it's longer than 5 minutes. And ideally, much shorter. Short content is easier to watch, and short content is easier to share as well. But how do I go about choosing those shorter chunks? Well, the simplest way would be to chunk up this diary style video into just wherever the natural pauses are in my content. I'm presenting against slides, so pick a slide boundary at around the preferred chunk point, and that would definitely work. But instead of just arbitrarily picking some chunk points, I wanted to revisit the question of who is the audience to see if perhaps there was a better way